Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Great Lord Belial, Ave Great Lord Leviathan, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Queen Astaroth, Ave Queen Tiamat, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave Queen Azazel, Ave Princess Dagon, Ave Lord Zagam, Ave Lord Beelzebub, Ave Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Queen Tiamat, Ave Lord Vereen, Ave Lord Volok, Ave Lord Viney, or Vine, Ave King Paimon, Ave King Asmodeus, my great patron demon, Ave King Asmodee, and Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, and Ave and hail to every one of my true brothers and sisters. Ave Satanis. I want to do this video about an organization that is they claim, okay? They say they're Satanists, but then they say they're atheists. So how does that work out? Now, from where I sit, or from where I see it, I watched a video that was done online the other night, and she was talking about how wonderful this woman, supposedly she's a Satanist. She was talking about how wonderful this group of people are. And how us, normal, how we don't see the bigger picture that Father Satan is using these people for. Now, in saying that, she said that the Satanic Temple, meaning Lucian Greaves and all his followers, Father Satan, she said she thinks that, or she believes, that Father Satan is using them. That Father Satan is using them for the bigger picture. Now, I'm a bigger picture kind of guy too as well. But in saying that, I don't believe that for a fucking second. And that's going to be just as blunt as I'm going to be. I don't believe that for 1 second. In my honest opinion, Lucian Greaves is only doing it for the money. And obviously the guy is after making a lot of money off of people from selling t-shirts, selling membership cards, little membership certificates, all that stuff. And he's doing it all in the name of Satan, supposedly. But he don't believe in Satan. He willingly admits it. He's admitted it on video, on shows, interviews, like too many times to count, that they're atheistic. They do not believe in Father Satan as a deity. They do not believe in King Lucifer as a deity. They do not believe in Beautiful Queen Lilith as a deity, as Great Lord Belial as a deity, King Asmodeus, Queen Tiamat, King Pazuzu, King Azazel, Queen Astaroth, every demonic entity, every ancient god in existence. The Satanic Temple do not believe in them because they say they are atheists. And they come out and willingly say that they're atheists, and they're proud to say that they're atheists. And now in saying that, there's no way in hell, no way in this world, that Father Satan is using somebody to say that they're atheists. Father Satan is not using Lucian Greaves or the Satanic Temple. They got their own agenda. Yeah, one thing I do like about the Satanic Temple is their statue of Baphomet, or Bahamut. I love that statue, and that statue is beautiful. And I'll be the first one to say it is. But that's the only thing I like about the Satanic Temple. And now this person that said this, she does videos, but this is the same person that said this, also said that every night when she does a video, or every day, that, oh, Lord Belial came to me last night. Queen Tiamat came to me last night. Queen Lilith came to me last night. Queen Astaroth came to me last night. Every time she does a video, or 99.9% of the time, she's talking about a different ancient god that came to her the night before. Bullshit. Doesn't work that way. And this is the same person that was she did a video a while back stating that she was the only person, there was a vortex that she could see from just by her house, just by where she lives, up in the sky, in the clouds, and she was the only person that could see it. Like a spiritual vortex sort of thing, place, right? More bullshit. Personally, in my honest opinion, I think that, like, and I'm being honest, I'm not talking trash about her either, I'm just saying, before she does videos, talking about teaching people, enlightening people, you know, things like that, she should actually open a book and read about whatever demonic entity she's talking about. Or she should actually spend time actually in rituals and spend quite a bit of time meditating. Because I have a very strong feeling, and usually when I get these feelings, I'm not bragging or anything, far from it. I don't brag about anything, I never have and I never will. But I honestly believe that this lady, who is a Satanist, or says she is, I believe that she is in the process, or she's in, religious psychosis, but it's on the satanic side. Now, religious paranoid psychosis, probably. But now, that being said, I'm not saying it in a bad way about her, but she should sit back, and I'm not attacking her by no means. She should sit back and realize what she's saying before she says it. Because people are going to look at those videos and think that there's something wrong with her. Just like I do. Now, I could come out and ask her, but I'd probably get a rude comment on it. I'd probably get, if I asked her, you know, because I care a little bit, I would probably get a sarcastic remark. Now, that being said, there's a lot of people that do the same thing. She's not alone. Far from it. But we have to be very careful what we say, because we're in the public eye. Because I consider this the public eye, right? Because we have to watch our words, in other words. We have to watch what we say to a certain extent. Now, some people just don't care. They just say whatever they feel like it. And that makes Father Satan and all of the ancient gods, every demon that's in existence, that makes them look bad. Okay? That makes Father Satan, that makes it seem like if somebody that was new to Satanism, like I mean brand new, fresh off the rack, if that means somebody that was fresh off the rack in Satanism, if that meant that they seen a video of somebody saying this, they'd say, well, there's something wrong here. You know, this is not right, because this lady's supposed to be a full-blown Satanist, and she's promoting the Satanic Temple. Now, you know, I got no enemies in the Satanic Temple, but I just don't like their belief system, which they don't have any. Because they don't believe Father Satan exists. They don't even believe he's archetype. Not in my opinion, I don't think so. But I know they definitely don't believe he's a deity. Lucian Greaves said that time and time again. Which is not his real name, by the way, but, you know, apples and oranges. But in saying that, what gets me about that part, and I don't care if she says big picture, whatever. The way she means is, oh, well, somebody's stepping up to the plate, and somebody is actually doing something that has to do with promoting Satanism in the government. You would be surprised how Father Satan is running the government and King Lucifer. You don't need a guy like Lucian Greaves to jump in and say, oh, I want to put a monument here or here or here. Sure, it'd be great if it happened, but it's not going to happen. Not in our, you know, not right now. But in saying that, all he's doing is causing more controversy. Because every time they do something, there's a bunch of fucking religious fanatics that are there protesting it. And of course, they, being so-called Zions, so-called Christians, whatever you want to call them, it makes them look better than it does the Satanists. The news media does. So, her big picture story, and she can think whatever she like if she sees this video, I really don't care. But her big picture story is bullshit. I can promise you that right now. Now, she probably believes this. She probably does. But me, personally, I'll never believe it. Because, number one, they say they're atheists. And if you're atheist, you're atheist, you're not a Satanist. You shouldn't even be claiming the name of Satanists, in my honest opinion. If you believe in Father Satan, okay, Lord Belial, Lord Leviathan, King Asmodeus, King Asmodee, Queen Lilith, Lord Croxel, Princess Dagon, Queen Tiamat, King Pazuzu, King Azazel, all of them. If you believe, if you worship them, and respect them, and do rituals to them, and things of that nature, then you're a Satanist. But, if you do not, you're an atheist and you're a hypocrite. In my honest opinion, there may be a few people in the that are members of the Satanic Temple and they just want to fit in somewhere, and they could be true Satanists. Some of them could be, but 99. I'm willing to bet that 90% of them are not. They're promoting atheism more than they are Satanism. And then she's talking about the big picture. A lot of people don't get the big picture that I see that the Satanic Temple is doing. The Satanic Temple ain't doing no big picture. The Satanic Temple are into it for themselves and try to make money out of it. Try to make noise to get a name for themselves, which they have done, and to try to get a name for themselves and to make money and to make Lucian Grease rich off of people donating money to them. And in my books, that's no difference than some fucking Jesus freak preaching and ripping the public off for money. There's no difference. Now, I watch a lot of Satanic Temple videos, okay? And in them videos, I see a lot of people that, they wear a pentagram necklace. But a lot of them also wear the pentagram necklace that has the TST on it, meaning the Satanic Temple. Now, or the Temple of Satan, or whatever. To me, that's bullshit. Like it really is. Because it ain't going to work. It's not going to work until Father Satan, okay, and King Lucifer, Lord Belial, all of them, say, this is the way it's going to be, not the way that you think it is. Father Satan got the last say and the first on that one. Now he'll let them play along for a while and make a bit of noise. No question about that. But I can guarantee, I'm willing to bet that he don't. The only part that he likes about it is probably that the Satanic, if he likes any of it, I'm just saying that if he likes any of it, it's the part that some of the Satanists, or some of the people that claim to be Satanists, quote unquote, are just saying that they're atheists. Atheists going to hell, obviously, anyway, right? So, in saying that, I think that I disagree with her, and she can say big picture all she likes, because I know about the big picture that she's talking about. And then she says in their video, somebody has to do it, and they got the guts to do it. Okay, to do what? To cause scenes and make Satanism look like it's worse than, try to give Satanism a worse name than it is? Yeah, I understand they want to put the 9 satanic sins that Anton LaVey wrote up alongside the 10 Commandments. If it ever does happen, Father Satan let it happen. But I can guarantee you, okay, if they did do that, there'd be some religious fanatic run it over, or get rid of it with a sledgehammer or something. And that being said, Now, I like this female, but I think she has some psychological issues that need to be attended. Now, she thinks she knows it all. Okay? Now, me personally, I do not. I never did, and I never will. I know that I don't know it all. I really wish I did know it all, but maybe someday I will when I'm in Father Satan's kingdom and all that, right? But until that day, I know what I know, and that's it. But when I'm wrong, if I'm wrong about something, I got no problem saying I'm wrong. I'm not ashamed to say I'm wrong. I got no problem at all saying I'm wrong if I'm wrong about something. But if I'm right, I'll argue right to my fucking death. If I know I'm right, and if I can prove them. You know, obviously you gotta have the proof. But if I'm right about something, and I prove that I'm right, I don't care who the person is, I'll argue right to my fucking grave. Well, that being said, yeah. She said that a lot of people don't see the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Lucian Greaves is filling his pocket up with all kinds of money. And his bank account. That's the bigger picture. But she's saying you don't see the bigger picture that Father. It doesn't even call Father Satan Father. She says you don't see the bigger. This is what she said. You don't see the bigger picture that Father Satan is using them to get Satanists into the government and stuff like that. Father Satan has been in, and the demonic have been in the government from the creation of the government. He's the one that probably was behind creating the government. And anything to do with the country. Be it the States, Canada, England, Sweden, Russia, don't matter. Doesn't make no difference. The demonic are behind it. I can promise you that right now. The demonic are behind everything. Father Satan and the demonic prince are behind everything. You can look at it however you like. They're behind the Vatican. They're behind it all. Why do you think the Vatican has a satellite, not a satellite, observatory that the astronomers use, called Lucifer, the biggest one in the world. Apparently, I think it's the biggest one in the world. Is on top on the Vatican, looking into space. And you know its name? Lucifer. That's what it's called. Huh. How convenient. But, you know, it's a bigger picture sort of thing, right? You know, it's not a small thing like us mundane people wouldn't know. You just got to be a bigger picture kind of guy or a bigger picture kind of girl. But anyway, the Satanic Temple sucks. They're just money grabbing scabs. You know, and people are foolish enough to follow them like Pied Piper and the rats. Follow them in the river and drowned. Which to me, but in my honest opinion, all they're doing is promoting atheism. Because they'll be the first one to say, "Oh, there's no such thing as a real Satan doesn't exist." How much you want to put my life on it right now that he does? I know he does, and nobody will ever tell me any difference. And with that, I'll end this one. I want to do one after on the Satanic Temple anyway. Ave Satanis. I shouldn't even be calling it Satanic Temple, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like I'm disrespecting Father Satan for doing that. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Great Lord Belial, Ave Lord Leviathan, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Queen Tiamat, Ave King Asmodee, Ave King Azazel. I'll talk to you next, guys. Hail Satan.